All right, everybody, Yankee here, and it is time for part 7 of this walking nightmare I have created that we call What Guns Are Viewers Carrying? All right, first off today we got Dewey, which I'm sure is pronounced Dewey, because he is from Tennessee, and they love names like Dewey in Tennessee. There's always a Dewey and a Skeeter, and they're always telling a story about how we went down the park yesterday and the popo started harassing us just because Dewey's Peter was hanging out of his overalls. You know, there's always stories like that, and they're always named Dewey, Skeeter, etc. And he is carrying a gun that I am not at all familiar with. It is a Tang Folio Force Compact F. And he says this is a 10 millimeter pistol. Now, this looks very interesting. You know, I've never seen Tang Folios outside a SHOT Show. This is the first time I've ever seen one actually being carried by someone. This looks like a gun to be right up my alley. It is 10 millimeter, it's hammer fired, it's double action. I'm assuming it has a safety though, based on the little pin right there on the side here. I can't see the other side and I'm not familiar with the gun, but I'm betting it has a safety on the other side. But this looks like a really nice gun for carry. It looks like a really capable gun. I love the outline of it. I love the shape of it, the look of it, everything about it. Just don't know much about it. Now it is from Italy, and it came from Italy through Texas, and then somehow ended up in Tennessee. Talk about a disappointment for that gun. But like I said, this looks like a very cool carry gun, and it belongs to Dewey in Tennessee. All right, next we have Hollow Leg 13. I know what a third leg is. I'm not real sure what a hollow leg is. But they're from New Jersey, and they're carrying both a Colt Cobra and a Smith & Wesson 642, and I believe the UC is for Ultra Carry. These are a special edition J-frame from Smith & Wesson, I believe in conjunction with Talo. But like I said, these are two 38 special revolvers. Talk about either being very secure in your manhood or doubling down on the fact that you might have a vagina. Now I can see why his name is not third leg, since he's carrying two 38 specials. And I don't know why he's carrying two. Maybe he alternates. Maybe the all-metal one is for when he's out and proud and showing everyone he's got a vagina. And maybe the other one is when he wants to keep it a secret. The lightweight one, the one that can conceal more. Or maybe he carries them both at the same time. I don't know what people in New Jersey do. Maybe one of them's a throwdown. Although if I was going to have a throwdown, I don't think it'd be either one of these. But like I said, he's carrying the Colt Cobra and the Smith & Wesson 642 Ultra Carry. Maybe together, maybe separately. And it's Hollow Leg from New Jersey. All right, next we have George, just George, from North Carolina. Like I said, the second best Carolina in the United States. And as I also said yesterday, the fact he's from North Carolina makes me think that George is probably a criminal, because everybody in North Carolina is a freaking criminal as far as I'm concerned. And he's carrying a Taurus G2C. Now, I have bought so many of these. These are guns I used to give away for TYMP. Now I give away the G3C. But these are very nice little guns, very simple, very reliable, just an all-around great carry gun that I think a lot of people overlook because it's a Taurus, which I think they shouldn't do because it's actually, like I said, a good gun. And it is budget-friendly. So that's a great thing also. So this is a Taurus G2C being carried by George, the probable criminal, in North Carolina. All right, next we have Marvin Van Buren. And with that name, you know his idea of a perfect vacation is going to Jamaica with a bag of quarters and throwing them at poor children just to watch them scurry around. And he is from Ohio. And he's carrying a Smith & Wesson Model 360. Now, this is not the 360 PD, which I have. This is the regular 360, and it actually has an unfluted stainless cylinder. And I also have this one too. But this is a nice little gun. Love that unfluted cylinder. I keep saying I'm going to bead blast off the finish on the cylinder, so it'll be two-tone on mine, but I haven't done it. Now, this does look a little funny here. He's put one of them weird grips on it, one of those ergo grips, which I also own one of those. And kind of makes it look like some sort of deformed lobster claw instead of the really nice looking gun that it actually is. And he's also got one of those little clips on it so he can stick it in his pants without using a holster. But at least it is a revolver, so it's kind of safe to do that. And at least this way he's got something in his pants that might be interesting to people. So this is Marvin Van Buren in Ohio and his Smith & Wesson 360. All right, next we have Tony Raff. Is that an actual last name? That doesn't so much sound like a last name to me as it does a sound a cat makes as he's throwing up. But he is from New Hampshire, which is good because I hate people from Old Hampshire. And he's carrying a Smith & Wesson 640 Pro. And I promise you people, I am not selectively choosing these guns. I'm putting them out in the order I'm receiving them. It just happens today there's a lot of revolvers. And this is a revolver I've seen before. It's the Smith & Wesson, like I said, 640 Pro. And this is like the third person I've seen carrying this, even though I always thought this was a more obscure Smith & Wesson revolver. It's actually a great revolver. It's a little 5-shot 357 Magnum. It's got a dovetailed front night sight, dovetailed driftable rear sight. And it looks like Tony Raff has put some faux ivory grips on it right there to make a real nice looking carry gun. So this is Tony from New Hampshire. I can't say his last name again. I'm about to make myself puke. And his Smith & Wesson 640 Pro. All right, next we have Kash Nev, and he is from Nevada. I don't think we've gotten anybody from Nevada yet. I always assume anybody who actually lives in Nevada is either a showgirl or a male prostitute, because I don't think anyone else actually lives in Nevada. They just visit. So I don't know which one Kash Nev is, but based on the fact that this is a 357 Magnum, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say male prostitute, because he's carrying another revolver, and it is the Taurus 651. And this is a revolver I think a lot of people don't know about, and more people should know about. Because if you're worried about a hammer snagging, but you still want that single action feature, these are perfect. That little humpback gun there allows you to still cock the hammer, but it enshrouds the hammer so it doesn't snag on anything. These are awesome. And that means to me, Kash Nev is one smart little whore, because that is a great choice for carry, and it's one I don't think a lot of people think of. It's the Taurus 651. All right, next we have Ryan Franklin from Florida, and he is carrying a Stoeger STR9. Now, these are guns that I always thought should be way more popular than they are. I really like them, and I don't know why they never became more of a mainstream carry gun like Glock or Smith & Wesson, because they definitely deserve to, but they just haven't. And this picture here is a little bleak with the black gun on the black background, but they're actually a really nice gun, even though the picture is kind of depressing. But remember, he is from Florida, and that's basically the heart and soul of Florida is depression. Everybody I've met from Florida, even though Florida is very sunny and colorful, etc., everybody I've met from Florida is either super rich or very depressed, one or the other. And Ryan Franklin's kind of showing that here, showing his goth side with this dark, dark picture. But like I said, I really do like that Stoeger STR9, and I like the fact that Ryan in Florida is actually carrying it. All right, next we have Robert Hutchinson, who's also from Nevada. We got two Nevada people in the same chat. Maybe he knows the other Nevada person. And he's carrying a Kimber K6S. This is easily one of the best revolvers on the market. I mean, look at it. Even in a cheesy cell phone picture like this, you can just see the quality of this gun. This is one of the better choices for small carry revolvers. It's got 6 shots of 357 Magnum. Our other Nevada person, Kash Nev, he only had 5 shots of 357 Magnum in his Taurus. So I think that maybe Robert Hutchinson is a more successful or higher end male prostitute, because they went for the best. I'm not saying that the other one ain't good. It is. I love the Taurus. But this right here, this is a premier carry gun, and it's being carried by Robert Hutchinson in Nevada. And it's a Kimber K6S, and you only got to imagine, to afford this gun, his knees are very sore. All right, next we have Hunter Green from Arkansas. You know, I love Arkansas. Some people might think I'm going to make fun of it, but I love Arkansas because I'm from West Virginia, and Arkansas is the only state that people from West Virginia and Mississippi can make fun of. So I'm glad they're there. They serve a very valiant purpose. And like I said, this is Hunter Green. I don't know why his parents named him after an ugly color that was popular for like 6 months in the 80s, but they did. And he's carrying a P365 Macro Tac Ops. Now, none of that makes sense to me, because to me, a 365 should be a small, easily concealed carry gun. But for some reason, it's positive to make it a big gun. And somehow, it's tactical. I don't get any of that. But I do know they're good guns, and it looks like Hunter Green here has got him one and is carrying it. I don't think that's the standard trigger or frame, though. I think he might have added that. I don't know. I don't know much about these guns. I could look it up, but guess what? I ain't gonna. But this is Hunter Green from Arkansas and his SIG P365 Macro Tac Ops. All right, next we have Art Dunham, or Art Dunham, as some people probably say, and he is in Virginia, and he is carrying a Taurus 605. Now, this is an awesome choice. You know, we hypothetically talk about how some guns will save your life in a bad situation. This one I know will work, because this is the gun I had on me in my video about how my gun saved my bacon in Birmingham, Alabama. And if you haven't heard that story, I'll link it in the upper corner here. But this is the gun I had on me, so I know it'll save your life, because it saved mine. This gun, in conjunction with some saucy language, got me out of a really bad situation. So hopefully, if the need ever arises, Art will be able to successfully defend himself with this gun like I was back in the day, and hopefully he can do it without being quite as racist as I was. All right, everybody, there's part 7. I don't know how much longer I can pretend to care about this, but hopefully part 8 will be coming your way as soon as I can make myself do it. So keep your eyes open.